If you want to learn Chinese, there are 100 keywords that you cannot skip. In this video, we are going to teach you these keywords and reveal the secrets behind the language. In this way, we can master the core assets of Mandarin directly and give you a harbor to set sail in the future. You may be surprised to find that it is so much easy to learn than you think. Okay, let's start now. Firstly, we are going to break down these 100 keywords into 25 groups. Each group has 4 words to form a sentence. Secondly, if you are not familiar with the stroke structure of Chinese characters, we can replace them with some English letters and symbols. Let's take a look at the first sentence. We have 4 words, they are 1, 2, 3, and king. This is a new artistic version of Chinese characters. You can see that they are made up of some letters and symbols. Very simple, right? Now we show you the regular version of Chinese characters. They are composed of some horizontal and vertical strokes. In this sentence, are some of the simplest Chinese characters, but their implications are very deep. So we are going to use a picture to explain the meaning of the sentence. From the picture, we can see that 1 represents the horizon, which is the beginning of everything. 2 means sky and earth. 3 means heaven, earth, and human beings. The fourth word is king. King refers to someone who connects these 3 elements. Therefore, 3 is a critical point. From 3 onward, everything is possible. Second sentence. Again, we have 4 words. They are 4, 6, 8, and 10. Here we use letters and symbols to reflect the distinguishing feature of the characters. For example, 4 has a circle, 6 is a person above the ground, 8 is a mustache, and 10 is a cross. Let's take a look at the regular version of Chinese characters now. These words are all related to the earth. For example, 4 represents a boundary, 6 represents a 3-dimensional world, 8 means distinguish, and 10 is a coordinate. To summarize, if we look at this picture here, we can see that 4 is an ever-extending boundary, 6 is to explore a 3D environment, 8 is a concept that transcends reality, and 10 is the center of cycles. The third sentence. This time we have sun, moon, water, and fire. These Chinese characters are all pictographic words. Therefore, they are fairly easy to identify. For instance, we have a sun, a crescent moon, stream, and banks, which represents water, and flames and firewood, which represents fire. Now let's go to the regular version of Chinese characters. Here the sun means yang, the moon means yin, water is yin, and fire is yang. Bear in mind that it's very helpful to understand the stroke structure of Chinese characters by comparing 2 different versions of Chinese characters. To summarize, in our picture the sun represents yang, the moon represents yin, water represents negative power, and fire represents positive power. The interdependence and mutual transformation of yin and yang is probably the whole truth of the world. The fourth sentence. In this sentence, we have mountains, stone, fields, and soil. It is a good idea to use our imagination to memorize these words. In my opinion, the mountain here is like a sailboat, the stone is like a female scholar, the field is like a steering wheel, and the soil is like plus and minus. Let's compare the regular version of Chinese characters now. The mountain has 3 peaks, cliff and rock represent stone, the field is like terraces, and the soil is like a mound on the ground. To summarize, we can see from the picture that the mountain is the primary aspect. Stone is the secondary aspect. In the same way, there is field first, then soil. It reflects the relationship between the part and the whole. So far, we have learned 16 Chinese characters in part 1. Let's review them once more. 1, 2, 3, king, 4, 6, 8, 10, sun, moon, water, fire, mountain, stone, field, and soil. Let's keep going, should we? Part 2. In this section, we are going to focus on how to construct Chinese characters using letters and symbols only, and bring life to every single Chinese character. Let's start now. Sentence number 5. We have 4 words. They are grass, wood, cattle, and sheep. The first character is grass, which has a lot of young leaves, a sun, then more leaves. The second character is wood, which has branches, trunk, and roots. The third character is cattle. Here we have 2 big horns, ears, and a long face. That represents an ox's head. The fourth character is sheep. We have 2 horns, 2 ears, 4 limbs, and hind limbs, and then a tail. Let's compare them with the regular version of Chinese characters now. The first word is grass. The second word is wood. The third word is cattle. The fourth word is sheep. In traditional Chinese, the Chinese character wood represents both wood and trees. To summarize, farming and animal husbandry has always been the foundation of our civilization. Nature is our only home for survival. To protect the natural environment is the highest interest of our human beings. Now let's go to sentence number 6. This time we have 4 new words here. They are birds, animals, insects, and fish. The first character is a bird that has a head, an eye, a body, and a wing. The second character is an animal that is formed by 2 ears, 1 head, with 4 legs, and a body just like a teddy bear. The third Chinese character is an insect. It is like a butterfly resting on a plant. The fourth Chinese character is fish. We can see its head, body, and tail. Let's take a look at the regular version of Chinese characters now. The first word is birds. The second word is animals. The third word is insects. And the fourth word is fish. Interestingly, the Chinese character for insects in ancient times meant snakes. To summarize, we are living in a complex ecological environment. In this colorful world, everything is interlinked, including the whole universe. Maintaining biodiversity is a necessary condition for us as a species to be able to continue. Sentence number 7. In this sentence, we have hands, feet, son, and daughter. Let's take a look at the first character, hand. We can see a wrist, a palm, and fingers. The second character, which is the foot. It includes an ankle, a bone, and a footplate. The third character is the son. Here we use 2 strokes to represent a child. The fourth character is the daughter. It is like a woman sitting cross-legged on the ground. Let's go back to the regular version of Chinese characters now. We have 4 words. The first word is hand. The second word is the foot. The third word is the son. The fourth word is the daughter. In Chinese culture, hands and feet put together mean siblings. To summarize, the family is the most basic unit of our human society. It is a fortress for us to pursue happiness and help each other. The quality of a family is directly related to the long-term stability of our human society. Sentence number 8. Here we also have 4 words. They are ears, eyes, body, and heart. Let's take a look at the first character, ear. It is like a sketch of the left ear. The second Chinese character is the eye, which just likes a person's eyes. The third Chinese character is the body, which shows the pictogram of a person. The last Chinese character is a heart, which is a simple sketch of the heart, including the heart, blood vessels, and blood. Let's check the regular version of Chinese characters now. The first word here is the ear. The second word is the eye. The third word is the body. And the last word is the heart. In Chinese, the heart also contains the meaning of mind. To summarize, although individuals can create a whole world by themselves, and have incredible creativity, but we cannot be without social experience and self-cultivation. The keyword here is coordination. Coordination and self-improvement of body and mind is the way to growth. So far, we have learned 16 Chinese characters in Part 2. Let's review them once more. Grass, wood, cattle, sheep. bird, animal, insect, fish. Hand, foot, son, daughter. Ear, eye, body, and heart. Okay, let's continue. Part 3. Pinyin or Chinese characters. Which one should we learn first as a beginner? This is a much debated topic. In my opinion, the advantage of learning Chinese characters first is obvious. After all, Chinese is a visual-based language. Learning these unique Chinese characters is a source of great fun. In this section, we are going to learn 4 more new sentences. Let's start now. Sentence 9. We have 4 words. This time, we are going to give you a description of these 4 words. Then give you a little time to guess what they are. In the first word, we have a door frame and a security camera. In the second word, we have a hand holding a caliper to measure an object. A third word is a person who drew some symbols on the ground. The fourth word is a plant with drooping leaves. Let's compare the regular Chinese characters now. The first character is the door. The second character is facing. Face here is used as a verb. The third character is cultivated. The fourth character is bamboo. When the Chinese character face is used as a verb, it has the meaning of facing or matching. To summarize, bamboo is a plant that the Chinese highly admired, which reflects the characters of integrity, firmness, and tolerance that we cherish. In the past, there was even a saying that, "I would rather eat without meat than live without bamboo." Sentence 10. Again we have 4 words. Here are the descriptions. In the first word, we can see a house, which is dark inside, but light can be penetrated through a frame. A second word is a person standing on the ground. A third word is a container made of ceramics. The fourth word is a plant that has a beautiful core on its flowers. Let's compare the regular Chinese characters now. The first character is a window. The second character is standing. The third character is a vase. The fourth character is the chrysanthemum. Vase is a compound structure character. The left-hand side indicates that it is a container, and the right-hand side indicates that its texture is ceramic. To summarize, chrysanthemum has rich meaning in traditional Chinese culture, and it is often a symbol of elegance and seclusion. In ancient China, there were a lot of poems dedicated to praising the chrysanthemum, especially in the Tang and Song dynasties. Sentence 11. We have 4 new words here. The first word describes the reflection of sunlight on the ground. A second word is a person wearing spacious clothes with a belt. The third word is a compound structure character. It has 2 parts. The upper part is a wheat stalk full of seeds, and the lower part is a pregnant woman. A fourth word refers to a kind of person who has a big ego but only owns a small piece of land. Let's compare the regular Chinese characters now. The first character is white. The second character is clothes. The third character is elegant. The fourth character is the scholar. The ancient Chinese considered that the wheat bear ears and women bear a child are elegant. To summarize, to some extent, ancient Chinese society was very secular. For ordinary Chinese people, the heaven is high and the emperor is far away. Therefore, people are more focused on the fun of their daily life. Literature and art become important sources that shaping our customs. Sentence 12. Let's take a look at these new words in the sentence. In the first word, we have 2 feathers. In the second word, we have a door plus 2 feathers. In the third word, we have 2 strands of silk thread. A fourth word is a person wearing a bath towel. Let's compare the regular Chinese characters now. The first character is the feather. The second character is the fan. The third word is silk. The fourth character is the scarf. Here the Chinese character fan can also be used as a verb. It shows the opening and closing of the door like the movement of wings. To summarize, the invention of silk profoundly changed the aesthetics of ancient Chinese people. Before that, people could use a simple word to represent blue and green. Now people have invented a series of Chinese characters to express colors. Moreover, the composition of these Chinese characters is all closely related to silk. So far, we have learned 12 sentences. They are Genesis, the origin of the earth, yin and yang, primary and secondary, the foundation, the environment, the family, the individual, the courtyard, the house, the people, and the lifestyle. It's about time we start to learn the pronunciation of Chinese characters. Since the meanings of these sentences are well defined, they become mega words with 4 syllables each. Once we know the pronunciation of these mega words, we will know all the keywords we learned including their fixed tones. Okay, let's start now.
1、2、3王4、6、8、10日月水火山石田土1、2、3王4、6、8、10日月水火山石田土草木牛羊鸟兽虫鱼手足儿女耳目身心草木牛羊鸟兽虫鱼手足儿女耳目身心门对文竹窗立平局白衣绣饰羽扇丝巾门对文竹窗立平局白衣绣饰羽扇丝巾1、2、3王4、6、8、10日月水火山石田土草木牛羊鸟兽虫鱼手足儿女耳目身心门对文竹窗立平局白衣绣饰羽扇丝巾1、2、3王4、6、8、10日月水火山石田土草木牛羊鸟兽虫鱼手足儿女耳目身心门对文竹窗立平局白衣绣饰羽扇丝巾